This year's Valedictorian is a true Canadian and represents what Kennedy is all about. This young man was a very well-rounded citizen of the school, participated in many areas of school life. This student exemplifies dedication in both school involvement and academic achievement. I now call upon Mr. Aiden Horowitz to present this year's Valedictorian.
Tonight, I want to share with you the true story of a very special boy. A boy that grew up in an isolated environment. He had no experience with diversity and no experience with the real world which surrounded him. This boy went to a private school, a school where all the people there looked like him, they talked like him, acted like him, and had the same faith as him. Everyone around him almost identical. The community in which he lived was filled with families, friends, and people just like him. He felt safe, secure, and he had no worries. Whatever the boy wanted in life, he could obtain. This was just how the boy imagined the entire world to be. A place without worries and a place without differences. But one day, everything changed. He was forced to enter the real world. Suddenly, he was thrown into a completely new environment, and it was terrifying. He moved from this safe private school to this new inner city public high school with diversity, different religions, different cultures, and different colors all around him. This was nothing he had ever experienced or imagined before in his life. He was in total shock, scared and afraid that he wouldn't fit in or be able to make new friends in this alien environment. All on his mind was fear and anxiety. A terrifying situation for the boy, but a situation that would soon become and be realized as one of the greatest moments in his life. You may have figured out by now, the boy I'm speaking of, the boy in the story, is me. This new environment that I was scared to enter at the age of 14, this was Kennedy Collegiate High School. And it was the place where I would be spending the next 4 years of my life. I was terrified of the diversity and the changes that would be occurring in my life. But I realized that what I was afraid of, it wasn't the other people, it was the unknown. I was afraid of people different than me only because I didn't understand their differences. And as the years went by, as I took time to get to know these different people, these people with different cultures and faiths, none of it would hold me back. Rather, the complete opposite. In this new world, I thrived. Our school, Kennedy Collegiate, our home, is filled with every religion, every culture, and every race that you can think of. The media and society, they might tell you that a person like me, a person coming from a secluded environment, entering a place with unfamiliar and dissimilar people, would not be able to get along. This is what we hear about every day in different parts of the world. We're told that certain nations have been enemies for thousands of years and that peace is impossible. But guess what? Here at Kennedy, we live the impossible. For us, the students, the teachers, and all the people involved in Kennedy, it's unfortunate, but we truly don't understand, we don't realize how big of a deal this is. It's because of how normal we make it feel on a daily basis. Kennedy is a diverse community, a community where we all get along, a community where friendships are made no matter what people's gender, culture, or what people's beliefs are. My best friend is Muslim. My best friend is Hindu. My best friend is Christian. And I am Jewish. And now, this all seems so beautiful, but once you leave Kennedy, you enter back into the real world. It was just 4 weeks ago, I was walking to synagogue. Suddenly, a car pulled from behind me, slammed on the brakes. The passenger rolled down his window. This man began screaming and yelling at me in some foreign language, curses in some foreign language. Now, this disgusting act, it was something that at the time I really didn't think much of. But now, here today, reminiscing on that very moment, something like that would never have happened at Kennedy. All of us at our school, we appreciate and we value each other's differences, and we like each other because of our differences. Now, I wish Kennedy was this real world. And I believe that Kennedy can be, as we are the leaders of the future, of the next generation. It is important that we remember our impossible Kennedy reality as we lead our own lives post-high school. At Kennedy, we all love each other, we care about each other, and we worry about each other's future. We all learn and become better people because of these great differences that we share. To the point where after these 4 years, I now consider every member of Kennedy a member of my family. Every administrator, every teacher, and every member of the staff, but especially you, my friends, sitting right in front of me. You are my brothers and you are my sisters, and we have made memories together, no matter our differences in opinion, our differences in culture, ethnicity, or belief. We are truly a family. Next song. There were so many memories made together along our journey throughout high school, all the way up to this point at our very own graduation, including in grade 9, which was really not a typical year because of, I'm sure you can all remember, Bill 115, which in turn caused us to have our orientation take place in our second year of high school. And the year that followed that, grade 11, well, it was honestly a blur. All I remember from grade 11 was lack of sleep, tons of homework, and tons of exams. But next was our senior year. Prom, our class trip, kook, senior skip day, relaxing on the beach, Canada's Wonderland. Remember that basketball championship buzzer beater? So many great times to remember. And I'm sure that everyone can agree with me on how wonderful the feeling was after midterm passed. Graduation was quickly approaching, and it all cruised by until this very day. There's so many things that we have to be thankful for, specifically and especially because we go to Kennedy. Whether it's being able to go to any booster juice in the city, and they know you because of your math teacher. The same man with the Canadian pie world record, the Dr. Pretley. Or being able to go downtown Windsor and having the good fortune of seeing your anthropology teacher, Mr. Stone. Or maybe it was going to the gym real late at night and seeing your physics teacher lifting more weight than you, Mr. Alfano. There's so much that we have to be thankful for. And something that we can't forget is to thank each one of our parents. Thank you, Mom, and thank you, Dad. Thank you. Thank you for staying up late nights with me, studying for tests, helping me prepare for school, but most of all, thank you for teaching me that the sky is the limit, that these wild dreams of mine can be reality. Thank you to all of the teachers, the administrators, and the staff members within the school. You have prepared us for our future endeavors and guided us on this path and journey through high school, bringing us to higher places. And thank you to our classmates, our fellow students, our friends, for sharing this wild high school experience with us. And now, sitting at graduation, some of you anxious, worried, and maybe even scared about what's next in your life. What it will be like to enter the real world. Maybe you can remember the story of the boy, the story I told, my story. I can tell you that there is nothing for you to be scared of, nothing at all. But before we leave and travel in our separate directions, we have to remember back how much we have learned and how much we have gained from our experience. Each one of us so different, and each representing and living by and living by different cultures. We've respected and appreciated our classmates because of these differences. The family that we were all a part of at Kennedy was a family filled with people who looked differently, people who talked differently, acted differently, and had different beliefs. And in this environment, we thrived, as we didn't see people as different, but rather we saw people as identical to one another, as friends. The graduating class, we are the future, and we have to continue proving the skeptics wrong. Prove to the world that what we have done here at Kennedy, this is just the beginning. Let's continue to love and accept each other with all of our differences, and accept others we will meet in the world with their differences. Let's continue to do the impossible. Thank you and congratulations. Shukran, Mabruk, Shei Shei Chu Ni Hao Yen, Merci, Felicitacion, Toda Rabah, Mazel Tov, and thank you so much and congratulations to the class of 2016. That's very good.